Hi everybody, welcome back to another reading video. I'm going to start off with some cards because I don't know where to start, but I know that I want to make a video and we're just going to see what wants to come out. I'm obviously in a new backdrop this time. Queen of Cups. I feel like you are being emotionally nourished. Yeah, this is so good and so on point right now. I will say too, I've said this before, and if you're a channeler, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's usually the case where when I channel, when I give readings, when I share messages, they are very pertinent to my personal life as well. And as a channeler, as a reader, as a messenger, a speaker, the wisdom that I share can only come from my experience, right? It can only come from my capacity to receive and understand and comprehend the messages, the patterns, the themes that I have a reference point to. So when I share these things with you, when I share advice, guidance, insights, it's because I've lived through those things enough to recognize them. So this is just making me so happy. So happy. Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles. You are finally experiencing reciprocal emotional nourishment. That is so huge. For some people, it might not be like a finally thing for you, but you could be in a phase where you are feeling very taken care of. You are feeling met. There could be a female figure in your life where who nurtures you and who meets your, or who's able to provide emotional reciprocity at that intuitive, borderline psychic, depth that is so true for you. What are their messages? The Empress. Abundance, fertility, King of Wands. Queen. Oh my god. Cut it out. Okay. I feel like this energy is straight up flirting with me right now. Like, hey girl, maybe you don't know, I don't know, but what, we've got the Empress, literally the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I don't know who is coming in, I don't know who this is for, but for some people, you're straight up, okay, it could be romantic, reciprocity. I always think of that when I get counterparts of the same suit, right? The suit of wands, yeah. King and then queen immediately following. It's like you are in, your field is magnetic right now. Without even trying, you've done so much work, and you've primed. You've literally prepared your system, your body, your temple to receive abundance and nourishment. I mean, this is totally Empress energy. The Empress could also represent like a mother archetype, but she is just well taken care of. There's this energy of like, you are so like succulent in spirit right now. Even if it doesn't seem super obvious, or even if, people around you are not acknowledging it or whatever, it doesn't have to be this like outwardly validated phenomenon for it to be very much obvious. I mean, it's showing up in the cards, showing up in the energy right now. And then sometimes I look at the bottom of the deck to see, what's the energy there? What's the energy down there? And this is a placeholder card, and I always read this as the period at the end of a sentence. So I feel like you are in your feminine energy. I feel like I am probably talking to a lot of, women in this, but if you're a man as well, this could speak to you feeling nurtured, you feeling receptive, you're feeling like you're feeling like in some way or other, whether or not you're experiencing this yet, whether or not you're experiencing this yet, you, in your field, you are ready, you are prepared, you are primed to receive divine reciprocity. That's it. It's simple. It's that simple. Okay. Also, I hope you don't mind my nasally voice. I drank a tea. No, I think I ate something kind of bad, and now my sinuses are a little inflamed. Seven of Swords reversed. I feel like this is just giving me relief energy. The truth is coming out. You are putting something down. There is maybe an anxious energy around a lie. You could be actually feeling the aftermath of something that was hidden from you, and actually, yeah, that's, gosh, these cards are just, you are speaking. There could be a separate issue for you right now where you are, yeah, someone was like hiding, someone was lying, someone was not telling the truth, and you're uncovering some new information. You're uncovering a new realization. You could be realizing something. You could have gotten news or an email or a message or communication of some kind that opened up the door to an area of life that you forgot about or turned a blind eye to or didn't know even existed. And there is somebody who is a talker who's keeping their mouth shut, or there's someone who has information that they're withholding it from you. I feel like this person is very anxious right now because they know that the truth is inevitable. It's creeping up on them. I feel like this is a two-way street. You could be tied to a situation, because I don't think this is your energy. If it is, you wouldn't be here, because narcissistic people don't like my videos. But yeah, there's a situation or some thread that's tying you to a lie or like a covered up truth. And on the other end, where the misinformation, the hiding, whatever, where it's coming from, that person is anxious because they know that they can't hide, and they know that it's only a matter of time until things kind of come to the surface. And you could be feeling waves of that residual anxiety. You could be picking up on their energy, especially if you're tied to them. But yeah, something is coming out into the open soon. It's making you feel anxious. But I feel like you are still a princess, aka the Page of Wands. We have the placeholder and then the Sun. Page of Wands and Sun. So we have the King, the Queen, and the Page in this spread so far. You are gonna be, or you're in right now, an energy where you feel free to express yourself. I think this is a reminder that like your self-expression, your joy, your adventurous spirit, and like the warm light of your own soul is very much present and alive. And there is a part of you that's very excited to sing, to be seen, to be heard, to share, to play, to adventure. That part of you is here. It's here right now. You could have, I don't know, done something new recently that feels fun, or reawakened a creative outlet in your life. What else? The Magician. There's some project or some mode of creativity that you are coming into as well. Is it anything specific? The resources are coming to you also. Wow. We have 2 8s on top of each other, 8 of Wands and 8 of Cups. Literally, what did I say? I said that the resources are coming to you, and I saw the Eight of Wands in my mind's eye because that's kind of a card of deliverance and efficiency, speed. And there it is. And with the Eight of Cups, so it's like you could be opening up a new creative outlet where you're manifesting something, and you are, and my cat is sleeping in this like little box right here. She just shuffled around. She shifted, that's what I meant to say. And I heard a noise, and so I looked. Anyway, that's what that was. Yeah, you're entering a creative mode, and you are putting action behind some deeply felt feelings or creative like impulses or whatever. And the resources are rushing, flooding in towards you to create that. And it could also be emotional or trigger some grief at points. So it's like it feels like a cathartic, very fluid kind of thing. I feel like you're very quick moving right now, and you are maybe also a little grief stricken, but it's like you're not stuck, you're not stopping moving, you're kind of just flowing. And things could feel simultaneously exciting, inspirational, and expansive as they do like heavy or cathartic. So it's like a cathartic kind of process. It's like one moment you're kind of on fire and you have a lot of clarity and you're moving towards the goal and doing the thing, and then the next moment you feel like so much grief, but it's like it's not paralyzing. It's just like you can feel the change. You're just very emotionally aware of the change, right? Hope that makes sense. I'm going to see if any final messages want to come out here. I love reading cards. Nine of Pentacles is reversed. Your independence is coming to an end. Literally, the way that I read this is someone is coming to your aid. It might be a little bit of a far reach. I don't know if another reader would read it that way, but I'm me, and that's how I'm reading it. Lately I've been coming to know the Nine of Pentacles card as the independence card, and a lot of readers define this card as like the single hardworking woman or whatever person, independent person enjoying the fruits of your labors or whatever. And I've been just subconsciously associating that meaning to this card, so when I see it and it pops out, that kind of overlays my interpretation of it. And with it reversed, I really, really, really feel like there's the missing piece to your riches, and the fruits of your life is coming in. There's something missing. It's like the fruit of your labor, your hard work, your blessings, they don't mean as much alone as they do when they are shared. Sometimes sometimes we can get to that point where we being alone and enjoying pleasures by ourselves is only it's only pleasurable for as long as we can tolerate being alone, or as long as being alone is actually helpful or healing or productive or supportive, or I should say harmonious or in balance. Because sometimes being completely isolated with your riches can become oppressive, because we're designed to share abundantly. So the way that I read this is there's a missing link, and God is acknowledging that you're missing the person to share it with, or the people or the community. And that is spiritually, energetically acknowledged and seen. And so you're going to be in a place where, or I should say, the door is opening up for you to receive the people to share your wealth with, not just necessarily only finances, but your time, your resources, your joy, your energy, your spirit. All of that can be Nine of Pentacles. Six of Wands, literally, this is about recognition. You are going to be finding yourself in places or in relationships or connections where you're finally sharing. You're finally sharing. It's like I feel like this is like your spiritual wealth, your joy, your happiness, your true spiritual wealth. You're finally going to be embracing it with either a person or a community of people or an environment that really reflects it back to you. Oh my god, did you see how that fell out? It literally just fell out on top of my hand. Okay, that's actually kind of incredible. There's the ending of a mentally anguished cycle is in your control. It's fully in your control. It's fully in your hands. The way this fell out, it literally wedged itself into my thumb on this card, and it just literally fell out like this. That has never happened before. And energetically, this is like, there's something in your life that, this is a huge, actually, this is a massive celebration moment. I'm getting drawn back to the Page of Wands and the Sun again. That's like right in front of me in the center. I have the cards all spread out. But with this lodged in my thumb like this, Ten of Swords, there is a cycle, an energetic, emotional, anxiety-related cycle that has ended in your life. And you are finally in a place in your life where you have as much control over that thing as I do to just go like that. Like, toss it away. It's like, you might feel like the grief now and again as you're moving forward. It's just echoes, it's just residue, but it's like the thing is done. It is like officially done. There's something that created tremendous suffering in your life, and it is dead and gone now. It's over. And you have more control over yourself now that this thing is out. It's just out. It's gone. It's out. It's in your control. It's not, the external situations are not in your control, but it's like your experience of the anxiety and the suffering surrounding whatever was causing that is now in your control, and that's just super powerful. I know I said one more message, but I'm counting this as one more message. We have the Emperor. And where did he fall? He fell under the Empress. I have the Emperor, the Empress, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Are you kidding me? No, you're not kidding me. Okay, now I have the King of Swords at the bottom and the Queen of Cups. Okay, yep, yeah, that confirms it. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here, but the final message with the Emperor and the Seven of Pentacles. So the Emperor fell out sideways and kind of half upside down underneath the Empress. I read sideways energy. I read card placements more than just like the face value. When he came out kind of sideways-ish with the Seven of Pentacles or whatever, it's like there's a divine delay in relation to one of your blessings. And the blessing could be a divine counterpart, soul tribe, soul relationship, community, a home, a job opportunity, or something like that. And either this person, it could be either your future partner, your future spouse, or the whatever other blessing is on its way to you to kind of make you complete and fill in the gaps and make you feel whole. And I am using those words intentionally. I know a lot of people like to honestly shit on the idea of, no one can complete you, no one can make you whole, but I completely disagree in the sense that I am interdependent. I would be dead, I would be nothing if it weren't for you watching this video. I mean, this video is meaningless without you to give it meaning. You know what I mean? So it's like right there, that's already, and, I mean, the reason that I choose to stay alive is for connection. Connection is the most fulfilling experience that I have that I have on this planet. And it's not just any old random connection, it's connection with a specific quality of person, a specific type of person. And, I mean, biologically, we are hardwired to reproduce. Not everyone has the same impulse, the same desire, but we are genetically wired to reproduce. So it's like built into our human nature to reproduce and to long for a counterpart, to long for a person, a partner. That's so weird. Do you ever get random calendar notifications, even though you have an event that's coming up literally not even a month away, but like random? I got tickets to see Avatar Fire and Ash on December 18th, because that's when it comes out in the theater near me. And it is 11:54 p.m. on Monday, November 24th. And I just got a notification that lit up my phone screen on my calendar for this movie. I'm seeing it at 10:30 p.m. So it's like the timing, the distance from now and then. It's not like 30 days away. It's not like, 1 month away. It's not like at this time next month or whatever. It was just so random, and that's never happened before that I've noticed. What's actually kind of funny? It's like with these cards in my hand, I'm gonna go back to this. Your blessing or your divine counterpart is being worked on right now. It's being divinely organized so that, like, it's on its way. It's in progress. So you might feel sometimes like, where is the thing? Where is my person? Where's my tribe? Where are all of the blessings that I literally sacrificed my freaking ego 10 billion times for? And now I'm here. And, sure, I can throw away the Ten of Swords energy. I'm over the worst of it, but it's like, where's the reward? Where's the thing that I cried and sweat and bled for? Where is that thing? But it's coming, but it's not ready yet. It's like cookies just baking in the oven. So it's like, I don't know, think of this like you're a little kid and you're waiting for the cookies to finish in the oven. And so you can go like color in a coloring book in the meantime, or just like go on a walk in the meantime and, enjoy your life in the meantime and get cozy and, maybe take this time to like, I don't know, work on some projects that you've put off and want to, I don't know, make headway on or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, the thing is coming. It's on its way. And with that calendar notification coming up, I feel like that's a literal reminder of like, the thing is on schedule, and you're not going to get a timely reminder of like exactly, you're not going to get an exact date or an exact measurement of like how much time and space between you and the thing is there. But this is literally your reminder that the thing is coming. And it's not like cookies on the oven in the sense that you have a timer on there, but it's like, it's like ocean waves. It's like ocean waves. When the tide comes in, you get sets of waves that are really swollen and sets of waves that are calmer. And you can't necessarily set a countdown to the millisecond of when that wave is gonna swell and crash this high or whatever. Waves are spontaneous. They're gonna come, and the tides will change, and you're gonna get king tides, and you're gonna get crazy negative tides, and all the different tides in between. And you can't quantify a wave beyond just kind of looking at it, right? Because waves are, even though a wave is a wave, there are so many micro variations within one wave that make that wave hard to define in some ways, to some, to a certain capacity. Okay, so I hope that this is really coming through the way that I'm intending to. It's a little meta, but the fact that my calendar notified me of this movie that's coming next month, December 18th, and there was no obvious pattern in why my phone decided to notify me right now. I don't know what internal countdown or clock it might have running that I'm not aware of, but the way I interpreted it was so out of the blue. It's a random reminder, and there's no distinctive pattern or set time block between now and the arrival of the thing. However, it is arriving, so you can't put a clock on it, you can't measure it, but you know it's coming, okay? So that actually makes me feel really good and grounded, because I need that message as well, because there are a lot of things that I'm still like holding out for, and I know that they're coming, but you know, I cannot predict the date and time on the clock when, you know, my things are gonna arrive, or when those moments are gonna come. But anyway, that's all I got. I'm gonna leave this here. Please leave a comment, let me know if you resonated with this. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this. I also would love to offer one-on-one readings to you if that is something that is of interest to you. You can check the description for the types of readings that I offer. I can do tarot, and I got a bunch of other fun stuff on there. So send me a message here or on Instagram at Rustic Peach. No punctuation, nothing, just Rustic Peach. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, and we can talk about what you want to do. And yeah, but that's all. There's no pressure or anything. I just love doing this, and I really just want to know that what I'm doing is positively impacting people. So, you know, you don't have to leave a comment if you don't want to, but if you would just press the like button just to let me know that you made it to the end, and you got something out of this, because that is all that I'm in this for. And yeah, okay, so with that, I will see you next time. Bye.